if you're running a call funnel and you're getting a ton of no-shows, chances are like something's working in your messaging that you're getting people who are interested in wanting to have a conversation with you. But something between that time of when they actually book the call and when they actually show up, something's missing there. And so here's what we've been doing to like increase show up rates in our call funnels without changing a lot that's happening on the ads. So the first opportunity is like our confirmation page. I used to do this many years ago where it's like we would just kind of use the thank you page as like a, hey, please make sure you show up. You're in a quiet place. This is a super important call. We won't let you reschedule. That's sort of like really standard messaging that you've probably seen a million times on call funnels. Now what we do is we really use that confirmation page as like an opportunity to help educate someone on how they, like if they're making the right decision and give them urgency to move forward. So what our confirmation pages look now is they usually have a ton of videos. So we usually have a video from the founder talking about what are they going to be the next steps. Then we have a bunch of breakout videos. So these are usually like little 1 to 3 minute videos that cover all the questions that someone might have before they show up to a call. Because we know this because we're talking to people on the phone all the time. We get objections. We get a lot of common questions as we go through our sales process. We basically take all of those and put them into bite-sized videos. Now, a lot of people tell me like, hey, I already answered all of that in my marketing, in my VSL, whatever. Chances are like most people don't watch everything that you put out before they actually book a call. But once they book a call, they actually start doing some research. So we put all that stuff on the confirmation page again. We put testimonials, social proof, all that kind of stuff. Then what we really started doing was beefing up our email series. So again, we used to just use emails as a way to remind people to show up. Hey, you got to call in 24 hours. Hey, you got to call in 2 hours. Hey, you got to call in 10 minutes. Now what we really started doing was a lot of like very dense value-driven emails. So a lot of that stuff that we put on the confirmation page, we're also sending that in emails because again, we know most people are, they're busy. They're probably shopping you. They're probably shopping 3 other people. They didn't watch your VSL. And so we want to make sure that we're giving that information to people in all the different ways that they would consume that because we want to make sure that they show up being able to make an informed decision. We also take a lot of that content and a lot of the most frequently asked questions and objections we get, we run those as retargeting ads. So again, after you book a call, you've got a call in 2 days, 3 days, you start seeing a lot of videos from us talking about what are the biggest objections people have, frequently asked questions, making sure people are showing up with the right frame of mind and the right context to make a decision. And then the last one that we do a lot of times that's been really helpful is like getting out of doing all automated texting and we actually start sending human text messages. So we've got someone actually reaching out to them, trying to make a connection and trying to have a conversation with them before a call because we see that really increases show up rates as well. So again, I think the biggest thing is like for a lot of us, if you've been running call funnels for a while, you've probably just used the time between when someone books a call and when they show up as a way to remind them to show up to the call. But now we really use it as like an opportunity to try to make sure that someone shows up with all of the information that they need to make an informed decision on that call. Because we assume that if they're talking to us, they've probably seen 4 or 5 of our competitors because they get shown the same ads when they start engaging with ours. So they're shopping competitors. They're probably talking to other people. They are going to start doing research before this call. And we want to make sure we're helping them do that research. And all of that we've seen helps increase show up rates and also increase close rates on our calls.